Good day. Happy June 24th, 2011. It's a Friday. It's the end of your work week and the beginning of mine. And how wonderful is that? My name is Cory Woodward. This is my daily video blog. I hope you're enjoying my soothing baritone voice thus far. Today I want to speak about suffering, and I want to speak about groundlessness and impermanence, big things in life that I think are. And I want to share for a moment a book that I'm currently reading, and I think is very, very wonderful. Don't be scared by the title, but it is great. It's called When Things Fall Apart, and it's by Pema Chodron. Basically, I'm just going to read a little bit off the back here to say what it's about. In regards to what I want to speak about today. There's only one approach to suffering that is of lasting benefit, and that approach involves moving toward painful situations with friendliness and curiosity, relaxing into the essential groundlessness of our entire situation. In the midst of chaos, we can discover the truth and love that are indestructible. And how true is that? Truth and love, I feel, are indestructible. Honesty and truth, they are what they are, and you can't deny it. A lot of us try to run from it. I know I try to run from it. I've spent a lot of time trying to run from it. Now I do my best to do the opposite. And in that essence, that's because we have this. I know that I have this fear of the groundlessness, that suffering that usually the truth will bring. I have a teacher who said, "Honesty is the best policy, but it's going to hurt." And it's a weird thing to say, but it's kind of true. Maybe if you could think back in your life of the moments that you've had to be honest about something, you had to tell a lover, a friend of something deep and something regarding them and your relationship, and how big that might have been, and how maybe negative. The negative aspect that might have been in the information, it is, but it's still it's the way, it's the way that we should go. It's a big scary way, because you never know what's going to happen. That's the thing about life. Life is impermanent. It's uncertain, and completely groundless. I think those are your moments. Those are moments of intense clarity when that ground gets pulled out from you, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, this is big. It seems like those are the moments that we become intensely aware. When leading up to that, we just kind of, go through life. I know, and I say these things speaking from experience. I don't want to speak for everyone because I can't. So when I do speak, it's usually just my experience that I'm speaking from, and that's what it feels like. It seems like when you have to hit that rock bottom, that's when you wake up all of a sudden. When I'm trying to make an effort to not hit the rock bottoms anymore and just try to be awake all the time, uh, and it can be tough. It's a work and effort. It's a long journey. It's a lifetime journey, I believe. Opening up to these sort of thoughts and ideals. That there are some challenging. We have some challenging beliefs. We as humans are these profound meaning makers. We have to put meaning onto everything. Even to our objects, how we name them. Built into us is this. We have a hard time accepting that things are what they are, and I think a lot of the time we have a hard time accepting, people for who they are. Especially in personal relationships, I think in our heart and soul, we all want the world to see the world the way that we do, and so many relationships are built on that. You think you're going to change that other person, or they'll come around to see the way you think, and you spend all this time when you argue and you try to convince them of the other thing, when in essence, you're two different people, you're two individuals, you're not going to line up. You will have different beliefs about different things because your experience of the world is completely different from theirs, and there's nothing wrong with that. There isn't anything wrong with that. If you find that it crosses some personal boundaries for yourself, then that's when you have to make the decision: is that person the healthy person to have in your life? So you make decisions, you make your boundaries, and you adjust your life the way that you need to. You don't want to feel like you're being violated or abused by any means. But at the same time, you just have to accept. I feel that we have to accept people for who they are, and they're going to do what they're going to do no matter what. And in regards, I had a big thing happen to me recently, and it's unfortunate. I made a big unfortunate choice of inviting cigarettes back into my life. I was a smoker for 14 years, and I've quit for the past 4. And unfortunately, for no reason whatsoever, really, just that little voice in your head saying, do this, do this, do this. I picked one up, and I had a couple, and sure enough, it's dug its claws back in, and I'm on the battle again to get them out of my life. So it's unfortunate, but I'm sure anyone who loves me, who knows me, and anyone who I would tell it to or knows it to, and even in my personal relationship, everyone's immediate reaction is, you quit for 4 years, you're foolish, why'd you do that? Well, I did it because I did it. I did it because I have an addictive side of myself that wanted to do it, so I did it, and I acted out on it, and now I regret it. I feel guilty. I feel shame about it, but it calmed some sense of the addictive side, which is not a healthy choice, but it is, and it's a conscious choice that I made. So, that gives me the power to fight it, to put it down again, to go back at it, to take the example of, Cory, you spent 4 years, you did a really good battle during that time, so there's no reason why you can't just put it down quickly right away. So, that's my effort, that's what I want to do, that's what I'm going to do. And that'll be that. But that's to say, nothing is certain in this life. Nothing is permanent. I had many times in my 4 years of quitting saying, like, I'll never smoke again. But then I also had sobering thoughts and saying, Cory, you don't know that, and you don't. So, and obviously I just proved that. So, but it doesn't mean that I can't put it down again. It doesn't mean that I don't have to feel that shame and guilt. I have to be compassionate with myself in that understanding, and give my space for myself, because when you load on all these negative things, it just makes that battle much tougher. If you're not easy and soft on yourself, you're going to be hard on yourself. You're going to find yourself failing a lot more, I believe, when you try to overcome things like that, And I express that to myself, and I express it to the outward world. It's that essence in where you can't change people. You can't make them do the things that you want to do. There's nothing you can do. And I'm finding with my experience, I'm getting better results sitting with the long term. Being compassionate and understanding, and allowing the person to realize that they're on their own journey. Especially with smoking, we all have the knowledge of how it's bad, so there's no sense in repeating the same garbage that you're just going to hear that you already know. Everyone knows it, and that's what it is, So you have to, I believe, you just have to sit, you have to be compassionate, patient, and just provide that loving space for them to feel comfortable, to be open, to share, to allow them the freedom to be themselves, and not feel that they're getting more judgment, more harshness, more negative, because it makes, personally speaking, it just makes that battle that much tougher. And it really does. When you have a soft, open, compassionate world around you, it's a lot easier to do a lot of things. So. So that's my talk on groundlessness and impermanence and uncertainty, and and a little bit of honesty there too. So I hope you appreciate what I share. It's I could have hidden that, but I didn't want to, and I just want to be open with this. I want to have fun with this. I'm still having fun with this. I got a lot of feedback yesterday, so yeah, please share your thoughts. You can share it on Facebook, on my Twitter. All the information's at the bottom of this video. You can find it there. And I bid you fond farewell. Hiding the Justin Bieber haircut today. It's first thing in the morning actually, and I just haven't had my shower. So that's the other honesty of it. I haven't had my shower, so I'm hiding the bedhead. Anyways, so have a happy Friday, have a great weekend, a nice safe weekend, and I wish you nothing but love today, and thank you for listening if you are. Take care.